fascinating movie because it kind of feels to me like American Made, the Tom Cruise movie, directed by the director of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's a real life story with a handheld feel to it, and it gives us an insight. Where is the mute? Gives us an insight into regular day people who end up doing extraordinary things. And it's a great underdog story, hits all the beats, gets us invested, gives us views into the people whose livelihoods are on the line to make this deal happen, and the wild swings that needed to happen for it to come to fruition. But it's also about big corporations. And the reason I mention that is because they do take, a couple soft jabs at Nike, and then some bigger jabs at Adidas's history. And it makes me think, you punched, but it feels like you pulled your punches. And I wouldn't be talking about that angle of it if they hadn't actually talked about it. I just thought, oh, this is another Greatest Showman. You're just, sanding off the rough edges. Well, Greatest Showman was like a complete rewrite of history. But in this case, they actually did take some swings, and it doesn't seem like it was completely sanitized in terms of the companies that had to give their permission to be included in this movie, with all the logos and branding and such. But it was very fascinating. At the end of the day, the most fascinating character to me was Viola Davis's Miss Jordan. And this isn't a story about her, primarily. Although her good judgment and the family's good judgment changed things for the better. I like that. It's an interesting history lesson into how the Air Jordan came about. And it's a unique angle. I'd recommend it. Let's see, in terms of Ben Affleck directed movies, he's done The Town, Argo, and Air. Right? Those are the three? Oh, he did one with Casey Affleck as the main character, but no one talks about that anymore. So I would say this is better than Argo, or tied. The Town is still the best for me, and no one talks about that Ben Affleck, Casey Affleck movie. I'm only saying that because I forgot. I'm sure that's not true. But this is a very interesting movie that'll get you laughing, enjoying yourself, and if you're like me, I guess, get inside your head and make you think about some things. Still curious as to how we got to this angle about tackling this angle of the Michael Jordan story, and how we got Ben Affleck to direct it.